Master the power of discipline to rewrite your life. Because discipline isn't a chain to bind you, it's the hammer that shatters every limit and forges your destiny. You're not here to drift through existence, crushed by doubt, shackled by laziness. You're here to rise like a thunderbolt, to carve your name into the stars, to build a legacy that defies the ages. Picture a young man named Elon Musk, a wiry kid from Pretoria, South Africa, in the 1980s, his mind a whirlwind of ideas in a world too slow to catch up. At 10, he taught himself to code on a Commodore VAC-20, a clunky machine with 5 KB of RAM, spending hours in his room while his peers played outside. But his childhood was no playground. It was a crucible. Bullied mercilessly, once beaten so badly he was hospitalized at 15, Elon grew up in a fractured home, his parents' divorce a jagged wound on his young soul. At 17, he fled South Africa for Canada, escaping mandatory military service under apartheid, arriving with a suitcase, $2,000, and a dream to change the world. That dream ignited Zippy2, PayPal, SpaceX, Tesla, Neuralink, and X, companies that redefined industries, launched rockets to Mars, and made him a titan with a net worth soaring past $400 billion by June 2025. That's the power of discipline. It rewrites your life, turning scars into strength, turning nothing into everything. You're standing on the edge of your own transformation. Will you master it, or let weakness drag you into the dark? Feel that power surge within you. Elon's story isn't a distant myth, it's a war drum beating in your chest. Your mind is the first battlefield where your life is rewritten, and right now, you're losing ground. You're drowning in excuses. The soul-sucking job that bleeds your spirit, the bills that choke your dreams, the failures that whisper you're not enough. Silence them. Your mindset isn't your cage, it's your kingdom, and you've let it fall to ruin. Elon didn't let his scars define him. He let them forge him. The bullying that left him bruised, the loneliness that haunted his nights, the rejection that followed him from South Africa to Canada. They didn't break him, they built him. You're surrounded by the wreckage of your own doubts. Pick up the shards, hammer them into weapons, and reclaim your throne. Rise each morning with a hunger that devours despair, a resolve that melts every obstacle into molten steel. Command your thoughts with the fury of a tempest. Turn every wound into a badge of war, and let your mindset be the forge where your new life is born. You're not a prisoner of your past. You're its master, a warrior destined to conquer the skies. Steel hardens with belief, the unshakable force that turns dreams into empires. Elon believed in a future no one else could see. In 1995, at 24, he dropped out of Stanford's PhD program after just 2 days, believing he could build something greater than academia could offer. He poured his soul into Zippy2, a software company to help newspapers go online, working 100-hour weeks, sleeping on a beanbag in his Palo Alto office, coding through the night while his brother Kimball Cold called clients. The world laughed, called him reckless, a dropout with no future. But Elon's belief was a wildfire. That belief sold Zippy2 for $307 million in 1999, making him a multimillionaire at 28. He believed again with XCOM in 1999, merging it into PayPal, a platform that revolutionized online payments, selling it to eBay for $1.5 billion in 2002, netting him $165 million. You're letting doubt poison you right now, wondering if you're enough, if your dreams are too big, if the world will ever recognize your worth. Crush that poison. Belief isn't a timid hope, it's a thunderclap that shakes the earth, a certainty that draws success to you like a magnet. Believe you're a titan, a creator of worlds, a force of nature, and let that conviction roar through your veins, driving you with a momentum no setback can halt. You're not here to waver, you're here to prevail. Momentum sharpens with clarity, the piercing light that cuts through the fog of distraction. Elon didn't scatter his energy across 1,000 ideas. He focused on one at a time. After Zippy2, he saw the future of finance online, launching XCOM to digitize payments, merging it into PayPal with a clarity that burned. He zeroed in on the problem. Paper checks were slow, inefficient, a relic dying in the digital age. His focus turned PayPal into a global giant, handling billions in transactions by 2002. Then, with SpaceX in 2002, he locked onto a single goal, making humanity multi-planetary. Pouring $100 million of his PayPal fortune into rockets when NASA had abandoned manned spaceflight. You're lost in chaos right now, scrolling endlessly, chasing scattered dreams, letting the world's noise shred your focus. Halt it. Define your goal with a precision that ignites your soul, a target so vivid you can feel its pulse in your hands, taste its victory on your lips. Clarity isn't a soft wish, it's your North Star, your anchor in the storm. Elon knew his path. do you? Set it now and let it guide you like a beacon piercing the blackest night. You're not here to drift, you're here to dominate. Beacons ignite vision, the blazing horizon that turns ambition into legacy. Elon saw a future where humanity wasn't chained to Earth. He saw us on Mars, a multi-planetary species safe from extinction. In 2002, with his PayPal windfall, he founded SpaceX, investing $100 million into a dream the world deemed delusional. NASA hadn't sent humans to space since 2011, and here was a 31-year-old tech mogul saying he'd do it cheaper, better, faster. Experts scoffed, investors fled, but Elon saw reusable rockets landing on Earth, starships ferrying colonists to Mars, a red planet teeming with human life by 2040. That vision drove him through 3 failed launches in 2006, 2007, and 2008, each a $30 million fireball, each pushing SpaceX to the brink of collapse. He sold his mansion, borrowed from friends, begged suppliers for credit, refusing to let his vision die. On the 4th launch, in September 2008, Falcon 1 reached orbit, the first privately funded rocket to do so, securing a $1.6 billion NASA contract that saved the company. By 2020, SpaceX launched astronauts to the International Space Station, and by June 2025, Starship was prepping for its first crewed Mars mission. You're stumbling in the dimness of indecision? Lift your eyes. See your future ablaze with triumph, every skyscraper you'll erect, every dream you'll seize, every soul you'll inspire, as if it's already yours. Vision isn't a fleeting fantasy, it's the blueprint of your ascent, the canvas you paint with your soul's fire. Visualize it, breathe it, live it, because what you see with unyielding clarity, you'll conquer with relentless might. You're not here to imagine, you're here to create. Might pulses with purpose, the heartbeat that drives every titan. Elon's purpose wasn't just wealth, it was to save humanity. He saw Earth's fragility, climate change choking the air, nuclear threats looming, asteroids lurking, and believed our survival demanded a multi-planetary existence. That purpose birthed SpaceX, but it also fueled Tesla, founded in 2003 to accelerate sustainable energy. Elon didn't want electric cars for profit. He wanted a world free of fossil fuels, a planet where his children, and yours, could thrive. That purpose pushed him through Tesla's darkest hour in 2008, when the company was months from bankruptcy, producing just a handful of roadsters, mocked as a rich man's toy. He invested his last $40 million from PayPal, sleeping on the factory floor, working 120-hour weeks to fix production, refusing to let his purpose fade. That purpose turned Tesla into a trillion-dollar giant by 2021, with the Model 3 outselling every gas car in its class. You're searching for meaning right now, waiting for purpose to strike. Stop waiting. Unearth the fire in your core, the mission that sets your blood ablaze, the cause you'll defend when all hope seems lost. Purpose isn't a riddle to unravel, it's the inferno that powers your charge, the battle cry that resounds with every step. Find it, let it consume you, because a life without purpose is a candle in the storm, while yours is a blaze that will transform the world. You're not here to linger, you're here to ignite. Blazes demand discipline, the iron will that turns embers into empires. Elon didn't build SpaceX or Tesla with dreams. He built them with discipline, rising before dawn, working 100-hour weeks, driving his teams to the brink of exhaustion. In 2008, during SpaceX's 3rd failed launch, Elon was broke, divorced, sleeping on friends' couches, borrowing money to survive. But he didn't falter. He reviewed every line of code, every engineering flaw, every failure report with a discipline that bordered on obsession. At Tesla, he'd pace the factory at 3 a.m., troubleshooting machines himself, refusing to leave until production lines hummed. He once said, "I'd rather be optimistic and wrong than pessimistic and right." That discipline kept SpaceX alive, turned Tesla profitable, and built a $350 billion aerospace empire by 2025. You're lured by ease right now, the snooze button siren call, the endless scroll, the path of least resistance. Shatter it. Rise each morning with a warrior's rage. Carve your destiny with every disciplined strike. Let it be the backbone of your rise. Discipline isn't a burden, it's your rebellion, the crown you seize when temptation falls. Master it. Because discipline is the foundation of every legend, and you were born to stand among them. Foundations strike with action, the raw power that builds worlds from dust. Elon didn't just envision Mars. He acted, founding SpaceX with his own money, hiring engineers, building rockets from scratch. In 2006, when Falcon 1 exploded seconds after launch, he didn't retreat. He acted again, analyzing the failure, fixing the design, launching anew. At Tesla, when Model 3 production hit, production hell. In 2017, Elon didn't delegate. He acted, moving into the factory, sleeping on a cot, working beside his team to hit 5,000 cars a week. That action turned Tesla into the world's most valuable car company by 2020, with a market cap exceeding 1,000 trillion. You're frozen by fear right now, failure looming, judgment cutting, the unknown taunting. Break free. Charge with the fury of a storm, every step a declaration of your might, every move a brick in your empire. Action isn't a timid plan, it's the thunder that shapes your reality. Strike now, because every moment you hesitate is a kingdom lost to mediocrity. You're not here to plan, you're here to conquer. Thunder glows with gratitude, the light that turns wounds into weapons. Elon speaks of his struggles with gratitude, not resentment. The bullying that scarred his youth taught him resilience. The divorce that shattered his first marriage in 2008 taught him focus. The near bankruptcy of SpaceX and Tesla taught him perseverance. In a 2020 interview with Joe Rogan, he said, "I'm grateful for the hard times. They made me who I am." He's thankful for the skeptics who doubted him, the failures that tested him, the pain that shaped him. They all became fuel for his fire. You're cursing your battles. Poverty that gnaws, heartbreak that stings, loss that lingers. Transform them. Every scar, every triumph, every breath. Wear it as a warrior's medal, proof of your survival. Gratitude isn't weakness, it's the fire that turns your past into power, the lens that reveals the gold in your struggles. Embrace it. Because the storms that forged you are the sparks that lift you higher. You're not here to lament, you're here to rise. Sparks bend with adaptability, the flow that turns obstacles into triumphs. When SpaceX's first 3 launches failed, Elon didn't cling to the old ways. He adapted, learning from each explosion, iterating designs, cutting costs. In 2010, when Tesla struggled to scale Roadster production, he pivoted to the Model S, a sedan that won Motor Trend's Car of the Year in 2013. When X faced chaos after his $44 billion acquisition in 2022, he adapted again, slashing costs, restructuring, turning it into a platform for free speech by 2025. The world shifts beneath you, jobs fade, markets twist, life evolves. Ride it. You're not a rock to shatter, you're a river carving new paths through stone. Adaptability isn't surrender, it's your evolution, the skill that keeps you soaring when others crash. Flow, grow, because the future bows to those who adapt, and you were born to lead. You're not here to resist, you're here to reshape. Leadership thrives on resilience, the unbreakable core that turns pain into power. Elon faced failure after failure. Zippy2 nearly collapsed. PayPal was a battleground. SpaceX's early launches exploded. Tesla teetered in 2008. Neuralink faced hurdles, bled billions. In 2008, he hit rock bottom. SpaceX out of cash. Tesla unable to deliver. His marriage ending, borrowing for rent. Friends saw a ghost, pale and hollow-eyed, but he didn't break. He bet his last dollars on SpaceX's 4th launch, a rocket that soared, saving the company with a $1.6 billion NASA deal. That resilience turned SpaceX into a $350 billion giant, Tesla into a $1 trillion force, and Elon into a symbol of triumph. Life will strike, betrayal will cut, failure will bruise, despair will claw. Will you shatter? No. You'll rise, forge stronger, a titan crowned by struggle. Resilience isn't survival, it's your reign, the power that turns scars into scepters. Stand tall, because you were born to rule your storms. You're not here to yield, you're here to reign. Reins sharpen with learning, the hunger that keeps your edge lethal. Elon didn't start as a rocket scientist or car maker. He was a coder, a dreamer, a kid with books. He taught himself to code at 10, learned rocket science for SpaceX, battery tech for Tesla, AI for Neuralink. He read rocket propulsion elements cover to cover, grilled engineers until he outknew them, studied history to understand humanity's trajectory. He once said, "I read 10 hours a day as a kid. Knowledge is power." That hunger turned a bullied boy into a titan who outsmarted NASA and Detroit. You're leaning on old wisdom. Ignite your thirst. Hunt knowledge like a predator, every lesson a blade, every mistake a forge. Learning isn't a duty, it's your evolution, the fire that keeps you ahead. Seek it. Because those who stagnate fall first. You're not here to rest, you're here to ascend. Ascension burns with purpose revisited, the flame that breaks every chain. Elon's purpose, to save humanity, guided him through every storm, from SpaceX's failures to Tesla's crisis. In 2018, when a Thai cave rescue needed a mini-sub, he acted, building a device, even if it wasn't used, because his purpose demanded it. That fire burns still, driving Starlink to connect the world, X to free speech, Neuralink to merge man and machine. You've found your purpose, but the world will test it. Doubt will whisper, distractions will pull, hold fast. Let it be your anchor, your blaze, your guide through the dark. Purpose isn't fleeting, it's the eternal fire that defines your destiny. Live it, because a life without purpose is a ship lost, while yours is a vessel of flame. You're not here to wander. You're here to lead. Flame forges resilience again, the steel that withstands every gale. In 2020, Tesla faced supply chain chaos, yet Elon adapted, pushing production to 500,000 cars, hitting a $700 billion valuation. In 2023, X ad revenue crashed, but he pivoted to subscriptions, stabilizing it by 2025. You'll face winds, rise through them. Every scar shapes you, every fall strengthens you, a warrior carved by struggle. Resilience isn't endurance, it's your crown, the power that turns trials into triumphs. Rise, because you were born to reign. Reigns demand learning, the hunger that builds your legacy. Elon's curiosity never fades. He studies AI, space law, energy grids, ensuring his impact endures. You're tempted to stop, resist. Let learning be your fire, your ascent to history. Soar, because you were born to lead with wisdom unbowed. Wisdom strikes with resilience, the force that turns every blow into victory. Elon's journey, from a bullied kid to a spacefaring titan, proves resilience is eternal. You'll face trials, conquer them. Every scar builds you, a titan forged in flame. Resilience is your throne. Rise, because you were born to rule. Ruling pulses with learning, the edge that keeps you eternal. Elon's hunger drives him still. Starship, Hyperloop, XAI. You're searching. Grow. Let learning define you, lift you, crown you. Because you were born to fly. Flight ignites with discipline mastered, life rewritten. Elon's path, from Pretoria to Mars, shows you the way. You felt his mindset, his belief, his clarity, his vision, his purpose, his discipline, his action, his gratitude, his adaptability, his resilience, his learning. You're not a shadow, you're a storm. The dawn breaks now, 4:28 p.m. CEST, June 5, 2025. Feel it. The sun blazes and so must you. Master discipline with a titan's mind, a visionary's belief, a leader's clarity, a creator's vision, a warrior's purpose, a king's discipline, a builder's action, a survivor's gratitude, a river's adaptability, a colossus's resilience, and an eternal hunger for learning. Rewrite your life. Reign, build, conquer. The world isn't ready. Rise now, seize now, and set it ablaze with your will.